Stormwood and Associates is a production of the Nerd and Tie Podcast Network. For more podcasts from actual play to true crime to witchcraft, go to nerdandtie.com or join our community on Discord by finding an invite at nerdandtie.com/Discord. In pursuit of a stolen magical object, Stormwood and Associates Field Team 623 stepped into a tear between realities and vanished. They found themselves trapped in another plane, facing a reality that was not their own, and driven to avoid dark forces they don't understand. And so, Team 623 finds themselves leaping from world to world, striving to put right what they find wrong, and hoping each time that their next jump will be the jump home. Stormwood and Associates stars Celeste Startwin as Dee, Jen Prock as Obi, Trey Dorn as Amy, and Kyle Johnson as Liz Stormwood.
You exit the vortex between worlds in what appears to be a lush green park. There's grass, there's trees, there's a nice stream. There's a bridge going over the stream that seems to be like grown from like trees.
Ooh.
Wow.
Well, this is picturesque. Huh.
Do you come to a stop? Do you keep driving?
Yeah, Dee, you're driving. What are we
Now,
doing?
Dee is gonna keep going forward a little bit and find somewhere that seems slightly out of the way to kind of pull over.
What, you don't want to park in the middle of a field?
You don't want to park on a bridge?
We're not gonna park on the bridge. We can park by the bridge.
I was going to say, this is a very heavy vehicle. I don't know if that's stone structure or whatever. What is it, stone bridge, wooden bridge?
Wood.
I don't think
Wood.
that wooden bridge is
Naturally
going to
grown.
support the
Yeah,
weight of
we're
this.
gonna park by the bridge,
Yeah.
if anything.
This is an electric truck. Those batteries are heavy.
Do we see any sign of civilization, or are we just kind of?
There's a bridge.
Right now, there's a lot of trees. There's I'd say that there's some like poles with like electric lights that are on top of them. They're not shining. It's daytime. Two figures appear at the top of the bridge, and it appears to be a parent and a child. They look elven. The child points at you and says, "Look, Mama, look!" And the mama takes out a small like rectangle of clear plastic and just points it at you. And
I'm uncomfortable with that.
and then just looks at the phone-sized rectangle of plastic and starts tapping it a bit.
Okay. We're apparently picture-worthy.
Yeah, let's hope that that's what that is, because she's hitting that thing pretty hard.
Yeah, no, I'm not great with it. Should we maybe go somewhere else?
Pull a Yui, I guess.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna pull
guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
pulls a Yui, just kind of backs up, turns around. Vroom-dia-da. Let's see.
The child waves at you as you're driving away.
I mean, Obi will wave back. Do they look like Obi's age?
Younger.
A little younger? Then yeah, Obi will just wave back.
Okay. What?
No, it's just like our immediate response is
Okay.
that person seemed to take noticed us other way.
So you come to like there are roads that are paved, and it seems that like this maybe wasn't so much a park as just like a nice area because it's all seems to be nice area. It's all very well taken care of. Everything looks just gorgeous. Some areas seem to be allowed to grow in very pleasing ways.
How much time's on the timer?
4 days.
Okay. You ever just feel
And
like
just everything looks really beautiful.
You ever feel like when we get places that it's like a countdown timer to like how much we're gonna have to hide before we run away?
I mean, I guess I never thought of it that way. Huh. You're not wrong.
Do you want to find a place to hide the truck?
Yeah, let's find a place to hide the truck. Great idea.
As you're driving, you start seeing some buildings coming up, and all the surfaces are either like solar panels or vegetation. It's all very pretty and modern and weird.
Okay. Do we see any
Ken knows what
vehicles?
this is.
There are some, like, actually, yeah, there's in the distance you can see some people on like bikes. There's a small like motor vehicle on the ground driving past.
Like, what do you mean, like a small motor vehicle? Because that's a huge category.
like a small car.
A small car. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just really glad that this thing is electric and we aren't driving a gas vehicle.
I mean, yeah. Good point. Eesh.
Are you going to keep driving into this area, or were you going to try to find like a place to?
I'm
hide?
gonna keep trying to find a place to kind of hide the vehicle, kind of out of the way.
I mean, I feel like the more that we're going, we are just we're just advertising our existence everywhere.
Okay, I'll pull over.
We're driving through all these people.
Yeah,
They all
there's a lot
see
of
us.
people. Okay, fine. I'll just pull over.
And there are people who are now seeing you, and yeah, they're all elves. They are taking notice. None of them. Some seem interested, but nobody seems
Weirded out.
weirded out by this.
Okay. I do feel like maybe
so,
if we'd been smart, we would have had D drive casual. It's like he's got a whole ability.
It is an ability that I have.
a few more will take out their little plastic devices and point them at you and start tapping them a bit.
Are there
We're gonna be on so many people's Instagrams.
of all the people we've seen, there's only elves?
It's only elves, yeah.
I am making sure my hair is covering my ears.
Hey, I might stay in the car for this one.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know that it's horrible yet. I mean, this is so nice out. Just once, maybe it's actually nice.
I mean, we could just be in a gross we could just be in a weird rich neighborhood. And yeah, no, it's weird that there are no orcs or dwarves or humans or yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do.
I haven't seen a single halfling.
No.
Well, I mean, we should at least try to figure out where we're gonna stay for these 4 days.
I don't know. Anybody spot a quick smoke? At this point,
There's no quick smoke that is visible to you.
okay. Worth a shot.
I mean, it's reliable.
I mean, it's happened
It's
often
alright.
enough. How do we know that, like, even on that place with, like, the weird cartoon world, that there wouldn't have been a quick smoke if we'd, like, dug through that carnival more?
There might have been. Just probably would have had like a gimmick or like a slide that
Yeah.
people would fall down, or a trap door that is spring loaded or something like that.
Maybe a ball pit.
Maybe a ball pit. That'd
be fun.
I'm not sold on ball pits anymore. It's a long story. Anyway, let's so all these people are just hanging out here, like taking Instagram pictures? Is that it? Or
They do that, then they go about their business. Nobody is super concerned about this whole thing.
huh? Okay. Well,
Yeah, so they've all got smartphones that are very different from ours. We have no idea what the local currency is.
I don't suppose you guys get service here.
Oh, well, pull my phone out, see if I get service.
You do not.
It's highly unlikely, but, figured why not?
Yeah. Okay, I don't know.
Why couldn't we be in the poor part of town? I know how to handle the poor part of town.
This could be the poor part of town. We don't know.
Golly, you meant.
I'm just gonna look at
This was
Liz.
the poor part of town.
this is
I'm just like giving a
this
look.
is definitely not the poor part of town.
I mean, yeah, sure. Technically, there is a small chance we could have landed in a utopia. But in my experience, we are not that lucky.
Generally, no. Well, I'm gonna... Let's maybe... What if I just kind of drive casually just to try to find, like, a regular road? That seems like a good idea. Maybe.
Okay.
I mean,
or we could talk to them.
I mean, yeah, we could talk to them. What's the...
okay, let's just get the hell out of the truck and make Dee go talk to them. She's an elf. They're elves. There's nothing but elves here.
Don't worry, I got this.
Okay.
I will go with her. My ears are covered. You know, I'm a quarter elf. I'm roughly built like one.
All right.
You're passing. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's, again, as long as my ears stay covered.
Do you have like a headband or something?
No, I just have hair.
Well, that
Some
works.
elves have small ears, some elves have big ears. They'll just assume, you know, when I'm with you, it'll be fine.
It's not about the size, it's how you use it.
Mostly just about not finding out we're in some racially divided dystopia.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that too.
Right, yeah, no.
Well, let's go talk to people. So
Hooray!
pops out.
Yeah,
Okay.
so does Amy.
And you're going to go...
Gonna wander toward the closest group of people.
I'm just gonna follow D.
Okay, so there's some people who are... There are some people who are just sort of standing, like next to a building. They're just standing, talking to each other. Nobody's really paying attention. Nobody was paying attention to you very, very much. They were aware of you, and they're now aware that you are, walking up to them.
God, I wish, there are moments in games where I wish I was still playing NK, and this is one of them. Oh, all the anxiety.
D puts on a big smile.
I'm doing that thing that you do, like, even though I know we're doing this on purpose, I'm doing that thing where you kind of, like, end up pinching the bridge of your nose because you know that the friend you're with is about to do something deeply embarrassing and you can't stop them, and you might not actually even should stop them, but you have to let it happen, and it's going to feel awful and awkward all at the same time. You know that expression? The one arm tightly against your stomach, the other one kind of like supported the hand, like the elbow on your hand with the fingers pinching the bridge of your nose. Yeah.
D is not looking in your direction and does not see that you are doing that.
Yeah.
Well, hello there, neighbors.
They sort of just nod at you and go back to talking to them to each other.
Okay, not the conversational type. This is okay.
I have no idea where you're going with this.
I just kind of got to get a hold of someone's attention, that's all. Hey, excuse me.
Look, Zatrazi will be along soon and to take care of you, okay?
The what?
Excuse me, the what now?
Zatrazi, look...
I'm sorry. I'm visiting family,
Yeah,
so I don't
okay,
know what
sure,
the Trotsy are.
Right. I mean, yeah, okay, I know you don't, but... Look, we don't want any trouble, okay? Just...
Oh, I don't want any trouble either.
I mean, I'm kind of at this point maybe do want some trouble, but I don't know. What are the Zatrazi? I was going to ask you where we were because we're lost, but, where's the thing you just kind of threatened us with? What is that?
What? Threaten? What?
I don't know what that is. Tell us what it is.
Zatrazi, he's on his way. He's going to take you to his place. It's fine.
Okay,
Just
so
don't worry
he's a
about it.
guy.
So he, singular. All right, that's
Okay,
less
so just one
threatening.
guy.
We can take one guy.
We can usually take one guy unless it's
Yeah.
like some super guy.
What does this Zatrazi look like?
Yeah, what's his deal?
He's just a guy. What?
Yeah, but
what do
like, what kind of a guy? Height?
What kind?
Hair color?
He's like tall, red hair. What?
Okay. All right. I'm going to kick off the ground and just fly straight up 30 feet.
Since when could you do that?
I did my thesis on it. I've only gotten it really to work recently. It's way easier to figure out this stuff. I'm just going to start looking around to see if I see a redheaded guy.
You do not. I mean, there are people who have red hair, but nobody who is like noticeably on their way to you or anything.
All right, I'm going to drop back down to ground level. I'm still technically using my flying spell for the next hour, but, it can appear to stand on the ground. All right, tell me
nobody
more.
reacted to
I figured they wouldn't.
Yeah.
These people don't seem to react to shit. All right, so, Zatrotzi, red hair, relatively tall. Are we talking an elf here?
Yes, we're all elves here.
Sure. Okay, that's weird segregationism. Anyways, all right, so tall, redheaded elf. What does he dress like? Any facial hair?
What is he dressed like?
What's his deal?
Whatever he's wearing today. I don't know.
Okay, so casually, but dresses in the same style and fashion as everyone else we're seeing here.
Yeah, but why is he so excited to see us?
Why would he want to see us?
It's what he does. They start to just like walk away. They're done dealing with you.
Rude.
I mean, I could pull a Batman.
What are you Batmaning?
Where you hang them up over like a great height and then ask them questions, starting to drop them.
I mean, geez, that seems kind of extreme, don't you think?
Okay, yeah, I know, but I kind of like imagine you've been trying to figure out how to fly for like the last 4 years and you finally have it down right and working. And you kind of have been thinking about maybe wanting to Batman someone for like, I mean, I know that Batman can't fly, right? Like, I get that, but like,
I'm not saying I've never associated flying with being Batman, so you're
which
always
is ironic, right? Because he's named after a thing that can fly. But like he hangs people off of buildings and stuff, and so like being able to just pick up and have you ever just fantasized about being able to pick up and drop people? I mean, it's
never been a thing. I've definitely fantasized about picking people up, but not for dropping reasons. This is a really specific thought that you were having. I don't know what to make of this.
I'm gonna kick back off. I'm wearing comms. Start looking around. I may as well, I'm just random Molgoth 30 feet in the air, looking around, trying to spot.
Okay. So you're looking down at the ground?
Yeah, roughly. Yeah. I mean, like if I think I might, like, if my peripheral vision catches something flying at me, I might notice that, but,
Right, okay. There's... People are just doing their stuff.
Roughly, so I'm going to maybe climb a little higher just to get a good rough layout of the area we are. Like, how big is this? Like, you said we were in kind of, like, there were buildings and solar panels.
Yeah, it's a town. It's... smaller than DeKalb.
I mean, that's...
Yeah, but everything is looking very beautiful and lush and shiny.
Is there anything that looks like a notable building? Or structure?
Nothing that looks like a government building, if that's what you mean.
Okay. So, I mean, like, kind of looking around, like, so this town's not huge, but I'm assuming I can see past the edge of it by how small it is? All right, and, like looking out into the countryside around, like how civilized does this area be, or is it just like it does appear to be, or is it just like there's so much foliage that it's hard to tell? Like, do I see any buildings in the distance, or
no, I don't. No, you don't see any buildings in the distance.
okay. And is the ground here pretty flat, or
it's
like
hilly.
It's a little hilly, but like not like no like large single like geographical features or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
Actually, no. To the north, there's like a big body of water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, is it large enough where can I see the other side of it, or
You cannot.
You cannot. All right. Good to know. So you think this is? I'm saying it to comms. So there's a big body of water to the north. You think like we're in northern Indiana or something?
Doesn't look. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I'm trying to think, like, because if that way's north and there's a large body of water there, like, I'm just thinking about the orientation of Lake Michigan, right? Like, if we are, I mean, we don't always come out around Chicago, but we've done that often enough. You know what I mean? I can't tell from here whether or not that's freshwater or saltwater. You know what I mean? I don't really have any, like, sign of what's his face, whose name I have literally already forgotten.
Desperado.
Do you remember his name, D? Hey, D, go yell at a random person on the street. There's probably one, like, nearby.
Why are you always telling me to yell at random people?
Because I'm like 90 feet in the air right now.
I'm nice. People like me.
Right, that's... Yeah, normal people like you. These people aren't normal, D, okay?
Oh, fine.
I like you, D, okay?
Thank you. I'm just gonna wander up to someone else and just be like, "Hey, excuse me, I'm sorry, could I get an impression of where I am right now? I got lost. I'm kind of from outer state.
Just leave me alone. Just Zatrathi's on his way. I don't want to deal with otherworlders. All right?
What do you mean otherworlders?
Yeah. Look,
I'm just taking photos with my phone while I'm up here.
I don't want to deal with your bullshit. Okay?
Getting panorama shots.
Okay, but I want to know what you mean by otherworlder. I don't use this vocabulary that you're using, so like I'm trying to get on the same level with you right now, and you're kind of being an asshole about it.
What would you think otherworlder means?
Well,
I dropped down, just having listened to this, drop down. Well, it could mean someone from another universe. It could mean someone from another planet. Both of those are functional terms of otherworlder.
She's got my back. Thank you. Oh my God, are we on the same page?
Are you talking other planet or other universe?
Other universe.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, see, that's a big development. A lot of people we meet don't know about other universes.
Right, okay.
So that's common knowledge here. I wonder if there's been contact with...
That's interesting.
I wonder, God, are we going to run into Gabo while we're here?
If we run into Gabo, I'm going to be so pissed.
I'd be really pissed.
I'm going to be so pissed.
Have you ever heard of a guy named Gabo?
I don't know who that is.
Good. Be glad. Live your
God.
life happy that you have no idea who that is.
You should be happy you don't know
worst person.
Gabo.
Okay, so...
Okay, you know what?
Yeah?
He's going to deal with you, okay?
Who?
The person points up into the sky.
Xander Cruz.
Oh, there's something up in the sky?
Yeah.
I look up.
So there's a like oval shape descending from the sky.
All right, I'm flying up.
Okay, it is a shiny metal disc, like oval disc, about 6 by 12 feet in size, being propelled by like glowing lights on the bottom.
Okay.
It's just a disc. There's nobody on top of it.
There's no one on top of it. It's just a disc.
Yeah. And near the back of it, there's a like circle of runes. And it continues to.
I'm so tempted to fuck with this disc.
It continues to descend and is going to land.
I'm flying back to the truck.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just like immediately like going into the back and grabbing guns.
All right.
Just being like, Liz, hide this on you. Just handing Liz a gun because I don't know if she's like has one in the back seat.
She has one.
Okay, just have a spare, have a backup. That way you can give them one if they ask you for any weapons, and have a backup.
Okay.
There's this thing called Zatrats. I don't know if you've been listening over comms. I don't know what's happening, but suddenly we're in a place where they know about other worlders, and Zatratzi will take care of you is the most threatening fucking thing I've ever heard.
Okay.
I'm loving it. They must have had some.
Sorry for the language, Obi.
It's okay.
The
Hang with D.
I know.
I was about to say, he fucking hangs with me all the time.
I'm trying to be a better example.
So the disc settles down to the ground about 15 feet from the truck. And the circle of runes lights up. And there's a flash of light. And then there's a guy standing there on the disc. He's a dark-skinned elf. Quite attractive, with like just bright red hair, obviously not natural color. He's wearing like an open vest tucked into like capris and sandals, and he's holds up his hands and he's like, "Hey, listen, I know this is weird, but I'm gonna take care of you guys. All right?
All right. So I don't know if we necessarily need to be taken care of. What's your deal?
Yeah, I don't love the whole "we're getting taken care of" thing.
Okay. Right. So we've had a lot of visitors here. We're not that overly fond of the culture of violence among otherworlders.
All right, so
here
we don't want to start trouble. We just tend to get attacked a lot. So if no one physically attacks us, no one's going to have a problem.
Yeah, exactly. That.
Okay.
Right now, we're traveling. You seem to know a lot and enough about other universes to know that they exist, and that's great. We are traveling a thread. The stone we are using to travel the thread takes time to recharge on local ambient magical fields. We're going to be in this universe for another 4 days, and then we are leaving. Our goal is to just get out of here without anybody even noticing that we exist.
Okay. Well, people have noticed.
Right. I understand, because people are nosy, and that's just people, and that's fine, but we're not here to do anything or to cause any trouble.
Okay, that's wonderful to hear.
All right, great. So don't worry. Just tell us what the local currency is, if one exists, in case we have to interact with anyone, and we will not bother you.
Okay. Nobody here wants to interact with you.
Great. That's...
You know, we
That's just rude.
kind of prejudice, if anything.
Yeah, no. I'm also noticing kind of the monoculture here.
Yeah,
A lot of people who look alike. No real diversity.
Look,
It's a little strange.
What we, do you mean that it's all elves here? Is that what
Yeah,
you?
no, it's a little noticeable.
That's what we have.
I mean, considering that, this is this the planet Earth? Just checking.
That's what we call it. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Because the only sentient species that evolved here naturally are humans. Everyone else is an import. You know that, right?
No sentient species evolved here.
Okay.
Excuse me?
Then how did you end up with a English word without any form of English evolving?
No, it's the. You've been. Have you been told how this works?
How what works?
Earth is just a word. It means this. It means this land. This planet. This world.
Right. It has a specific etymology.
You understand languages.
Right, but it has an etymology that is drenched in culture and evolved through the evolution of cultural history. The specific syllables, the foundational meaning of the words that led to the word earth, yes, they come from the ground, whatever. But the culture that led to those specific syllables, in our world, it's true that the remnants of the Elven languages are lost. However, we do have some of them, and they don't form syllables in any sort of way that is remarkably close to that. So the statistical unlikeliness of you developing a word that happens to be identical to the English word of Earth, is there? Are you telling me there's some sort of translation matrix happening on a device
Yes.
you're carrying? Okay, lead with that.
Yeah, you guys are kind of big on, just assuming we know things. It's not a great starting point.
We're not here voluntarily. We're just trying to get home. Do you understand how threads work between universes?
I am very well aware of how threads work. There are
Okay.
apparently a lot that come here.
All right. Is there a quick smoke tavern?
A quick smoke tavern.
Sometimes.
Not anywhere around here that I'm
All right.
aware of.
There's a lot of them. It's a real commonality. I thought there might be a shot since it's an elf who runs it.
Listen,
God, VR would be so
I understand that you're not feeling, like you can trust me, but I'm the only one here that's on your side. I'm totally fine with otherworlders. I deal with them all the time. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have friends who are otherworlders? Can that making otherworlder jokes okay?
He's doing the thing.
He's doing the thing.
He's doing the thing.
No,
Alright.
The
what we're
problem is they
doing.
don't have enough diversity to actually know about the thing. So he doesn't know he's doing the thing because literally there's no one to tell him he's doing the thing.
I'm legitimately afraid to ask if there are black elves.
I mean, he's pretty
This is a
dark
black
skinned.
elf.
Yeah, so he is one.
Oh god, that's right. All right, I amend that too. I'm just relieved that there is a single
we've-
black elf, so
we've
that I
got
know they're
enough,
not one
food.
skin color at least. That's something.
I don't know. It's
Not great.
If you want to point us in a direction where we can just get away from a populated area, we probably have enough food and water to be fine.
Yeah, we can camp. Stay out of your way.
I have a camp.
That sounds he has
I
a
don't
camp
love for camp.
for people
We
who
don't-
are different. Wow. Wow.
I don't know if we want to see.
Yeah,
your camp.
no, I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay. Look,
Do you understand that, like, you're, like, setting off every red flag?
I'm sorry. It's not
Like,
my intent.
You have to understand, buddy, there's this thing
Guy.
where a guy comes in, tells the people who are different that, we're going to put you in a special camp and come with us. And no, it's a good thing. It's
Yes,
this
from
is
it.
like,
Ends
these
well.
are signs of like how historical atrocities start and happen.
Oh, okay.
So, like, just as like, if you are being genuine right now, I'm just telling you that you are using specific language which is going to scare the shit out of anyone. Because
Okay.
we've just been through a whole bunch of universes which have histories pretty similar to the ones that we came from. So, like literally spent 6 months in one that could have been home for as close as it was, all right?
6 months. Wow. Okay. That's
The ambient magic there was like, there had been this huge disaster, like, where the ambient magic field had gotten wiped out, and it took that long to recharge. It was awful, and also I almost died there, so I'm not super fond of it.
right. That none of that is going to happen here.
No, well, you see, sorry,
Yeah.
So here's the rub. We don't go anywhere without this truck.
No. Yeah. No.
Okay, because this contains the device which will eventually get us home. Because our goal through all of this is just to go to our home universe and never leave it again.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay?
I totally get that.
We ended up traveling because there's this guy Gabo. He's a general in, oh god, do you know where elves come from?
Like originally, no.
So
I assume that there are probably a lot of elf worlds. I don't.
there are a lot of worlds where elves live. There is one where they come from originally. Stormwood & Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/Stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network, and that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Fey Wild West, is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game. So, an actual play game like this one, but like, you know, in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, the Fey Wild West follows two people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters. And you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.